Breaker Broke 23. So it's time for me to make up some more turmeric capsules for the family. So I thought I would show you guys how I go about doing that. Okay, so after doing this for a few years, I kind of have a recipe, and it's not really important if you get this right or wrong. You kind of mix it up, or I kind of mix it up to what works for our family. So what we do is I use organic turmeric powder or root. You can go either way on this. I used to grind up my own root, and I would get that in bulk form from Star Botanicals, and I will put a link to that below. I'll also put a link to this down below as well. And this one's actually pre-ground. I thought I would try this. It's gluten-free, certified USDA organic, and it's in powder form now, so I don't have to grind this. So anyway, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use some organic black peppercorn. I am currently out of Washington State, and when I lived in Washington, we would get this stuff at the local health food store in bulk, and it was certified organic. That being said, I'm out of that stuff now, so I bought some off the shelf. This is Simply Organic, and this is a good brand. So we're going to have our peppercorn, and then we have some bulk organic ginger, and I like to put a little bit of this stuff in too. So what happens is we're going to use the turmeric for joint pain and digestive issues. The pepper is what activates the turmeric, so this actually helps this get into your bloodstream. If you don't use the pepper, most of this is just waste and your body just passes it through. When you use the two together, then this is what gets into your bloodstream in very simple layman's terms. And then of course, I like to use the ginger for its gastrointestinal purposes, as far as flatulence and stomach pains and stuff like this. This works really good. If you get indigestion at night, like maybe you go out to dinner or something and have something really spicy or really gnarly, you can come home, take 2 of these turmeric capsules that we're going to make up, and within 20 minutes exactly, it's gone. No more indigestion, no more upset stomach, it's just gone. So let's see. What I think I'll do is I'm going to do the hard part first. We're going to do the peppercorns. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to grind them up, and I have a dedicated old coffee grinder here, and I'm just going to pour some in there. I don't know, I'll make a little extra. If I make too much, then I'll just put it in little Ziploc bags. So let's just do that instead. Okay, this is going to get loud. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of show you what it does here, and then I'm going to kind of stop the recorder here and then finish the grinding process, and then I'll show you what it looks like after. Okay, so I've been grinding this down for about 30 seconds, 45 seconds. I'm going to check it, make sure it's fluffy like I want it. And that's really nice. That's a nice powdery texture to it here. So take that out. Like I say, this is a dedicated coffee grinder. This is for grinding turmeric and peppercorn only. So kind of makes a mess of the machine. Just, I don't know, maybe you could make some coffee in that. I don't know. All right. So I'm going to go over here, and I like to do this in a glass baking dish, because turmeric is basically like a yellow dye. I mean, they use this to make mustard and stuff, and it's pretty gnarly. You get it on a white counter, and it works in there. So my recipe is roughly a 4-to-1. 3 and 4. Okay. And then I'll take one of the ground pepper, a good heaping spoonful, and I'll kind of mix this in there. And I really go by eye. I've just done this so many times. And you know, when you get turmeric, sometimes you can get stuff that's a little weaker, and this seems to be a pretty potent turmeric. And the reason why, the way I can tell, is it's got quite that orangish yellow color to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more pepper into it. And if you go overboard with that, that's fine. You can always throw some more turmeric in there. This is about how I like to see it. Now you're not going to taste this. You know, you're not going to like take a couple capsules and then burp it up and just taste pepper or anything like that. That just doesn't really do that. Okay, so I've got that to where I want it. That's about the color that I want. And then I'll go and throw some ginger in here. And I use this usually about one. I'll put about one heaping spoonful in there. Mix that up. And that's perfect. That's perfect. The pepper is ground very fine. It's a powder now. And we have the turmeric powder. And this looks pretty good. Alright guys, that's how I make that. Now, stick with me here. I am going to do another video on how to put this in the 00 size capsules. Yeah, there you go. Then we can consume that stuff. Alright, that's how I do it. Organic turmeric powder, organic peppercorns, black peppercorn, right? And organic ginger root powder. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please leave comments, questions down below. And if you like this video, smash the thumbs up. And please subscribe. More to come.